CKGSB, China's only not-for-profit independent business school.
In the UK, which is still the sixth largest manufacturing country in the world, the concentration has always been on financial services, which remains massive. London is still the capital centre of the world. Somebody teased me the other day and said, well, the only other thing that England's famous for and well known for is Downton Abbey, the television programme, which doesn't exactly give an image of Britain as we would like it. The fact is that we have terrific success in professional services, law, advertising and so on. Creative industries have been massive. Creativity, innovation, fashion. Don't forget, people do forget that Britain is the second largest aerospace manufacturing country in the world, that our motor car industry is actually very successful, and that 70 or 80% of the Formula One engineering works were carried out in the UK. I can go through a very long list where I think that the British economy has been massively successful. It's an open economy, it encourages entrepreneurship, it encourages innovation, it's an easy place to do business. And I think one of the objectives of the visit was to promote this and to make sure that people overseas, particularly in this country, understood that there are all those merits of the British economy, opportunities for Chinese business to do joint ventures with British business, and that we're not an old-fashioned country that simply makes old-fashioned television series. The UK is a safe economy. It's the gateway into Europe. Something like 70% of companies from outside Europe headquarter in England as their way into Europe, or into the UK as their way into Europe rather than other countries. And the economy is terribly stable, so you see that in terms of people investing in real estate in London. They see it as a safe haven. So I think you've got a country that is stable, that has growth potential. We're now seeing growth returning quite significantly and predictably in the long term into the UK economy. So I would have thought that Chinese investors would see this as a very interesting place to invest, whether it's financing infrastructure projects or actually joint venturing or buying companies in the UK. But obviously there are still some backwoodsmen who kind of worry a bit about British industry being taken over by people overseas. But for many years now we have accepted foreign direct investment into our industries. We've put very little by way of conditions on it except for one or two sensitive industries, but there are very few of them. And the view that most people take, and certainly I subscribe to this, is that what we want is strong investment in businesses that employ people in the UK, that generate investment for the UK, that generate profits within the UK, and that ownership is not the most important thing, that the most important thing is to generate strong businesses that employ people and employ them fruitfully. I suppose there are always challenges of some sort, and occasionally we have little political hiccups that come up. But broadly speaking, I think there's a great complementarity. I think the British economy and some of the businesses in the UK, which probably need additional promotion into China, because I'm not sure that from the Chinese perspective the UK is necessarily seen as as strong an economy as it is. So there is need for more promotion. There is need for ongoing effort. It's wonderful that the Prime Minister of the UK came here with a delegation of 120 people, but he can't just go home and forget about it. It just needs to be an ongoing effort. And the British government's investment, both in the Business Council and in UKTI, I think demonstrates a very serious intent going forward. Will there be hiccups from time to time? Yeah, I'm sure there will be. For one reason or another, whether it's political or economic. But broadly, I think there's a direction of travel which is probably unstoppable, and that is opportunities both for Chinese business and for British business to work together.